Hello and welcome to a demonstration of the SmarterSign Direct digital signage solution. What I'm going to be doing today is giving you an overview of some of the features and functionalities, key concepts that are used within the SmarterSign Direct application to allow a small business to manage and control digital signage. I'm going to touch on some of the key concepts, some of the key metaphors, give you a good overview of the application. In addition, I'm going to show you some of the really cool features that are available to end users within this application. When I start the SmarterSign Direct Manager application, and that is the application that you're seeing here on my desktop, this is an application that would reside on the end user's desktop or laptop machine, and this is where they're going to create and edit and schedule content for playback on the SmarterSign system. Really, there are two primary concepts associated with digital signage, and they are content creation and editing, and then content scheduling and distribution, and they are handled within this application. So everything you need to do within the digital signage realm is handled through this application. When you start the application, on the left-hand side here, you're going to see a category called My Digital Signage Network, and you can see the digital signage players that are connected to your account, and you can see which digital signage players are currently connected to your SmarterSign Direct application. And that's important, so you can see that this current player is currently connected, this player is currently offline. In addition, you'll also see that there are players, potentially players, that are not currently connected to your SmarterSign Direct account, but that you can connect and start and manage and control. Connecting players is super simple. Just click on Connect Players. You'll see the player, connect this player. You can connect through a QR code or through a link. You'll automatically be brought to a page. With a couple of clicks, you'll be given this access code, and that access code will allow you to connect this player and start managing and controlling the content on it. So connecting players is super simple within the SmarterSign Direct application. Once those players are connected, and if you are within Wi-Fi proximity of those players, you can start publishing content. So this player, for example, is connected, and I can start publishing content to it. Now, we talk about content a lot within the SmarterSign system because content is really what it's all about. And one of the really cool things about the SmarterSign Direct application is it has a very rich set of tools for creating beautiful digital signage content, but it's designed with the ease of use for a small business operator to be able to very quickly and very easily understand how to create content. When you open up the application, you will see right on the main page your digital signage content, and these are just quick links into your most recently edited content. So I can go and continue to edit some of the content that I was editing previously. In addition, on the landing page or the home screen, you'll get very easy to follow video tutorials. So I can click on this tutorial and I can see a video on getting to know the SmarterSign system, creating content, scheduling content, and these videos are very easy to follow and they go step by step through the key concepts of the application. In addition, you will see an opportunity to add additional features and functionality to your system if you are connected to the internet, and those are things like getting additional templates. You're going to have the option for a cloud backup. So we're going to be adding a whole host of features to this application to enhance the user experience. All of those features are optional, so they are not necessary. You have a great, rich application without using any of those additional features, but we want to be able to provide an additional pathway to enhancing that end user's experience with the system. Now, I can click on any one of these thumbnails to begin the editing process, but more often than not, you're going to click on this tab up here called Programs. And Programs is going to take you into the program aspect of the application. And programs within the SmarterSign system is what we call content. Just like a television program, we call all of the content within the system programs. As a matter of fact, we use the television metaphors throughout the application when it comes to scheduling and content and screens. And I'll show you a little bit more later in this demonstration what I mean by that. But it's important to understand that we use these television concepts because they're very easy to understand for the average business operator. And when I click on Programs, the first thing you're going to see is the ability to start a new piece of content, a new piece of programming from a template. And these templates are fully customizable, so I can click on them and start to begin editing. Very easily, one click, and I'm in and starting to edit. Now, all of the content within the SmarterSign system is what you see is what you get, and drag and drop. So I can go in here and edit these pieces of text. I can edit this list of events, and these are all built with the system. And I'm going to show you a little bit about how content is created, but you also can start from these presentations and customize them yourself. And you can customize every aspect of them. For example, let's say I do not want this to be a blue background. I want this to be a green background. I can come over here and I can colorize this to change the colors to green. So I can go over here very quickly and change the colors to green, maintaining the integrity of the design. So it's a very visual environment, very customizable, and all of the elements on this particular design are created using the SmarterSign system. Now I'm going to close out of this, and I'm going to show you creating a piece of content from scratch, and I'm going to show you some of the key features here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Blank Program, and I'm going to click on Begin Creating. When I do that, you will see that I start with a blank canvas. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select a background for my program, for my presentation. And the way that I do that is click on Select Background, and I have the ability to use either one of the backgrounds included in the SmarterSign library, or I can use my own media that I've uploaded into the system. For now, I'm going to use this sunrise, and I'm going to click Apply Background. And just like that, I have my background. Now, programs are made up of a few types of elements. The two main categories of program creation are media, and media is all of your images, animations, and video files that you import into your system that can be dragged and dropped out onto your presentation. Second category is widgets, and widgets are the built-in design tools that allow you to add all different types of content to your presentation. So on a very basic level, adding something like a text box, where I can add text to my screen and resize and customize that text. But you could see we also have advanced features in terms of content creation. One of my favorite is called a slideshow. Slideshow allows you to create animated sequences within your presentations. And again, it's always just drag and drop so that you can add your presentation. And let's go here and create a quick transition. I'm going to duplicate that, and you can see that you can create these animated sequences directly within the application. Creating content is really fun and really easy, and it's done by creating your presentations by a combination of widgets and media. And media is also drag and drop. So if I come over here and, for example, drag and drop this Polaroid frame, I can drag that out onto the screen. Now I'm going to show you a really fun thing here with this Polaroid frame. I'm going to show you one of my favorite widgets called Smart Media. And Smart Media allows you to create a drag and drop area where you can automatically scale, constrain, and rotate anything that you put on top of this media. So I'm going to come over here to my Polaroid frame. Let's make it the area where the Polaroid's going to be very quickly. And I'll show you how easy this is to use. So I've got my Polaroid frame there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag a piece of media over this. So I'm going to come over to my media, and I'm going to look for, how about this cup of coffee here? And I'm going to drag that on top. And just like that, I've placed my coffee inside of my media. So the tools that are built into the system are designed for ease of use, but they're also very, very powerful in terms of creating presentations. So the combination of the drag and drop widgets, the background library, the templates, give end users, small businesses, a great set of tools for creating content within the SmarterSign system. Now, once they have that content, the next thing they're going to need to do is send that content out to their screens. Now I'm going to go back to the home page for a second because I want to show you something here associated with each one of the players in the network. And that is that each one of the players, each one of the screens on the network is watching a channel of content. Now I mentioned earlier in the demonstration that that we use the television metaphor throughout the application. And that is true in this case as well. So every screen on your network is going to be watching a channel of content, and all of the scheduling of content gets done on the Schedules tab and by channels. So when I click on my channels over here on the left-hand side here, I can see that they have different playlists of content. These colored blocks represent a playlist of content set to play within a specific date and time range. Now that's a really important thing. The ability to change content on screens, to set content to change from time period to time period, is extremely important to digital signage. It's one of the key values of digital signage is to be able to change content on a schedule. And the SmarterSign Direct application makes it very easy to do this. So if I double click on this orange area, for example, it's going to show me that I have these 3 pieces of content, these 3 programs set to play. They're set to play from September 1st to September 30th, from 1 a.m. to 11 a.m. every day of the week. And then I can set the duration for how long I want them to play. In addition, I can also put a transition from program to program, so it gives it a nice fluid broadcast style feel. Adding new content to the playlist, super simple. Just come over to my listing of programs, drag a new program out onto the list, drag another program out onto the list, set the transition, save and close. Now the last step in the process, always, whether I've made scheduling changes or program changes, and those are really the 2 main concepts, creating content under programs, creating schedules under schedules. The last step in the process is this magical green button in the upper right-hand corner that says Publish. This is the button that is going to send those changes, programming changes or schedule changes, out to my displays. When I click the Publish button, it's going to go gray, and what you'll see is down here in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see your Publish queue. So SmarterSign Direct is going to connect to those players, any players that are connected, and it's going to transfer the files, and it's going to show you that completion process. Now on my display, these changes have now been pushed to that display and are there for playback. So in addition to the great tools that we provide, we also provide great help for the end user in terms of helping them with any aspect of the system. Now I did show you that we do have these tutorials, but we also have a great self-help section built into the application. And you can access it by either clicking on this blue circle in the upper right-hand corner or this Browse Self-Help. I'm going to click on this blue circle, and you'll see that we've got this help system built into the application. So it's everything from understanding the basic concepts of SmarterSign to understanding the key details for program creation, understanding how to manage schedules, and of course your helpful tutorials are there. If at any point an end user needs help, they can also access the email for support right here from the help section. They can request help. But all of this content is very easy to follow, all very visual, and it's going to help end users really understand the key concepts within the application. And it is also in multiple languages. So you're going to find multiple languages of this content built into the self-help, as well as built into the UI of the application. So I can change languages to the language of the end user, and they can interact with the application. It is completely localized to those end users. Okay, so that is a pretty good overview of the SmarterSign system. Look for more videos from us, and please do come and attend the weekly webinars if you are available to do it. We're going to be covering a wide range of topics, and we're also going to be taking recommendations for topics from our end user group and from our different people who are participating in the distribution of this application. So we do encourage you to request additional topics that you're interested in seeing, and do attend those webinars and look for more videos from us. Thank you very much.